Hi everyone, I'm Claudia, international makeup artist. Welcome to my channel. I hope you are here because you love beauty and you want to learn new makeup tricks. So this is why today I want to show you how to achieve this beautiful cut crease look, and I'm going to share with you my secrets when it comes to contouring, sculpting and highlighting the face. If you are always watching my tutorials, you already know that you have to start with a very clean face and after that to balance the skin using a toner. And next step is always hydrating the skin because you don't want to apply makeup on the dry canvas. So this is why I start by using the Beautifying cream and mist, which is an interesting product because it's actually a moisturizer in a mist form. So this is why it's gonna be a little bit more lightweight and it absorbs into the skin very fast. After that, I'm also applying a hydrating serum, which also absorbs very fast because I want to show you everything in cream today and I don't want her skin to get greasy, especially because she has a little bit more of an oily skin. Right now I'm priming the skin using the blurring primer by Mercier, and I'm making sure I'm applying it on the areas where the skin tends to get a little bit more oily. After that, I'm gonna apply the CC cream by It Cosmetics because this has a very nice coverage and it's also very hydrating at the same time. It doesn't look dry on the skin. So this allows the cream products to actually glide on the skin. Right now I'm using the new Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer, which is absolutely amazing. I love this product and I recommend it with all my heart because it's an amazing formula. It's pretty hydrating. It has very big coverage, I would say full coverage, and you have to use a very small amount because it goes a very long way. Right now I'm using the stick by Mario, the contour stick, which is another amazing product I fell in love with. I'm always using this stick because I feel like it looks like skin and it blends seamlessly. It's very user friendly, so even if you're a beginner you can definitely work with this as it's very easy to blend, apply, and the shades are very good for contouring. And if you always feel like nose contouring it's a very complicated thing, it's actually not. You just have to apply the stick and blend it with the brush. I'm also applying a little bit around the lip area because I want to create some dimension there as well. And to clean the contour up, because this is the step that actually makes the contour looks good, to clean the contour up on the nose area you have to apply a little bit of concealer on the sides of the nose so that you can make sure you didn't make it look bigger, you actually make it look a little bit more small and petite. And that's what I'm doing right now with the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer. And as you can tell, it's basically reverse contouring what I'm doing right now. It's very easy to blend and it looks amazing. I'm also going to clean up the area that's below the temples because I want to keep that contour going from the outer corners of the eyes to the temples because it creates a facelift. And as you can tell in this tutorial, I also applied some face tapes. These tapes just help with lifting the eyes a little bit more, and especially when you're creating a graphic look for a shooting, it works amazing. But I don't necessarily suggest you use these tapes on an event or anything like that because it might look a little weird. Right now I'm applying a very nice pink blush. This is by Guerlain, and I'm just applying it on the cheeks and blending it with the synthetic brush. And this is a pretty sheer product, but you have to be very careful when you apply it because if you put too much pressure it's gonna make a hole in your foundation and we don't want that, so you just barely touch the skin with it. Right now I'm applying a powder highlighter. This is a Bobbi brown shimmer brick and I'm applying it on tops of cheekbones, a little bit on the temples, a little bit on the brow bone. And the reason why I'm applying this shimmer brick, even if it's a powder product, before I set the face, it's because I really want that glow to show through. So this is why it sticks way better on a cream base than it will stick on a already powdered face. Right now I'm using a powder. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder, the translucent one, and I'm just applying a little bit more than usual because I really want to enhance that contour and highlight effect. I'm basically almost baking, but not really because I'm not putting that much amount of product, but I'm almost baking in a way that I'm applying a little bit more than usual and I'm letting it sit for a little bit on the skin so that the highlight effect really show through. And we have to keep in mind that the model skin tends to be a little bit more oily, so this is another reason why I'm using a little bit more powder than usual. Right now I'm also applying the powder below the contour line that I applied on the cheekbones because I want to enhance that contour a little bit more and also set it very lightly with the powder. As you can tell, after I finish applying it under it, I'm also applying a tiny bit over the contoured areas. And for the eyes, I will start by preparing them with a very clean base. This is like a skin tone shade. It's the MAC paint pot in the shade Penterly, and I love this shade because it's a very nice pale pink. And now on the cut crease look, this is one way that you can achieve the cut crease, but there are many other ways that you can use, many other techniques that you can use in order to achieve a cut crease. But this is one of my favorites actually because it's pretty easy, I guess. So I start by applying a very creamy brown liner in the shape that I want the cut crease to be. So this is basically more of a cat eye. And as you can tell, that was a little bit more hard for me to apply from that angle because I was filming in a very uncomfortable position. But the point is, you don't have to be very precise with it. After that, you're gonna come on top with a brush and blend it, so blend the edges, so it doesn't matter, you don't have to be very precise with it. I'm applying the same brow liner on the lower lash line as well. I'm making sure I'm connecting with the top lash line because it's very important for this look to look pretty connected and well put together. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going on the waterline just on the outer part of the eye, not all the way, and I'm blending it with the brush so that the edges will be a little bit more soft. The way you apply this liner, it's very important, but the way you blend the edges is even more important, because when this step comes in and you come over the top with a little bit of an eyeshadow, if the edges were not very well blended, your eyeshadow will look patchy. So right now I took a medium brown shade, so a shade that's a little bit lighter than the shade that I already applied before. This is from a Huda beauty palette. I will list everything in the description. So I'm just making sure that the edges are very well blended and pretty soft, and then the next step is cleaning up the cut crease, and this is the fun part because I'm going to use the same base that I used on the eyelids, and that is the Painterly Paint Pot by MAC on a flat synthetic brush, and I'm going to clean up the edges very well. After that, I'm going to set that base with the shade of eyeshadow that's the same shade as the base, basically a cream skin tone color. That's just the color that I chose because I wanted something a little bit lighter, but of course you can use a metallic color, you can play with it and use whatever color you want. You can use pink, blue, whatever you want. Next step is creating the eyeliner, and I'm always asking the models to look straight so that I can create a perfect shape for their eye shape, and that's what I'm doing with the Natasha Denona eyeliner right now. And I'm also creating a very tiny inner wing. As I don't have a lot of lid space, I'm gonna keep the eyeliner pretty thin because I don't want to overpower the beautiful look, the beautiful cut crease with the liner. And then I apply some false lashes and I'm letting the glue dry while I'm doing the lips. You already know my obsession for the KKW lip liners. I just love them, so that's what I'm using first. And then I'm gonna also use the KKW Beauty matte lipstick in the shade 90s Runway, which is a lovely matte but creamy peachy shade, and I'm blending it very well with the contour. And that's basically it. I also applied a lot of mascara. I applied the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara on both top and bottom lashes because you know mascara makes any look amazing. So this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and I hope you will try it on yourself and on your models because it's definitely not that hard. So please try it and make sure you tag me on your Instagram.